This is not retribution. It's a reawakening.
Welcome all my lovely goblins and ghouls of the internet. I'm Hanya, your demon cinephile, and just yesterday, I finally got the chance to go see Saw X, and this might be my favorite. It's definitely up there. If you've been following along the channel, you know that I have been watching all the Saw movies to prepare for this. I did watch Seven and Spiral. Just haven't recorded the reviews for them. We'll get those done by the end of the month. This was a surprise because I was both a bit annoyed and hyped when this movie was announced earlier. I wasn't really sure how to feel about it because I've always been mixed on the Saw films. I haven't watched all of them in such a long time. But going back and rewatching all these movies, I just realized how kind of underrated they are. I mean, they're not grand classes of cinema or anything like that, but no, there is definitely a lot of heart put into a lot of these films. They're not just dumbly written gore porn, which people might just think because they just listen to the crowd. And that definitely goes for Saw X. Saw X is a very different Saw film. So the film picks up sometime after part 1. We don't really know the timeline exactly, but it takes place between 1 and 2. And for the very first half of the movie, nothing Saw happens. I mean, there is a little the trap behind me, the eyeball trap. We do get that early in the film. A lot different than what you probably think it is. Yeah, but for a good hour, I would say, but for a good chunk of the film, the first half, nothing Saw related happens, and it's just John living life with his cancer, and it's very wholesome and seldom at the same time. I can't fully explain it because I always get John as Jigsaw, John as the killer, John as the mastermind, the manipulator, the all-knowing God who can predict every little thing that happens. But no, he really felt so relatable in here, so human, because he's just a man dealing with his cancer. And his age really, how Tobin Bell has aged in real life, it really does kind of help, because he just looks so meek and frail compared to all the other times we've seen him. But what is the story of the film? Well, if you've seen the trailer, we have John, who is still looking for a chance to cure his cancer, and he gets in touch with this experimental group down in Mexico. He goes down, he has a good old time, but it turns out they weren't exactly what they promised to be. And John being John, he goes all Jigsaw, and he needs to teach these people a lesson. With blood, guts, and plenty of metal and traps. A common complaint a lot of people have for the Saw movies, even I do too, is that John has such flimsy excuses for putting his people through these games and traps. Here though, he's actually basically 100% justified, because these are some of the most awful people you could ever meet. Like I said, they're selling hope and they're not providing it, and they're taking everything these people have. It's so awful. You don't feel, well, there's one character. There's one character you kind of feel bad for. I won't say who it is. You feel bad for her, but the rest, no. All of them are a bunch of assholes. Especially the lead doctor, because she is cold, cynical, all about the money, cares nothing about human sympathy. And it's the perfect opposite to John, because say whatever you want to do about his personality tics and his hobbies, John actually does care for people. He wants people to be the best version of themselves. You know, he's going about the absolutely wrong way of achieving it. This one has a lot of awesome Easter eggs, not just from Jigsaw and Jigsaw, but like little hint from Saw 3 and little other things. Amanda coming back, which Shawnee Smith. I'm sorry, and I'm not sure how to pronounce that woman's name. She really steps back into the role of Amanda, and she feels like she doesn't feel like she's ever stepped out of the character. It's perfect, and I think this might be my favorite performance of her as Amanda, even more than Saw 3. And it's not just how she acts with the group, it's how she interacts with John. How she interacts with John, and you can really do see how much she loves him, how much she admires him, how much she wants to make him proud. And it very sweet. I gotta say, like, take away all the torture and gore. A good part of this is just this pseudo father daughter relationship. And she just wants to make his last days as best as she could, best as she can. We'll go talk about the traps. The traps in here are awesome. They live up to the Saw legacy. They're bloody, they're gruesome, they're going to make you wince and itch. Are these some of the best traps in the series? Probably not. Okay, there's one trap I really think I really do love. Might be put like in a high tier, like top 10 of the traps. But the rest of the traps aren't really that special. But it's the actors who sell the characters struggling through the traps. It's the actors playing these assholes who deserve to be in these traps that make the traps extra gruesome. You know, they're not as interesting or appealing as earlier films. This is a good reintroduction to Saw. And I might be kind of bad to say this, but I think this is also a good introduction for people who don't know the franchise, who want to just jump into it without doing all the homework. I think it's good because it almost is a standalone story within itself. Like, if this was a full-on reboot of the franchise, I probably wouldn't mind just how well it was made. They have some cool, fun shots, and good cinematography, nothing that special, but it feels like Saw. It feels like previous Saw films. But like those extra touches for John, just exploring more of his humanity, his relationship with Amanda, these assholes getting what they want. In fact, it takes us a long time to get to the gore, to really build up the story and characters. Like my mom who hates all the Saw movies, hates some things are nothing but blood and disgusting. You know, I tried showing her the first one, but she can't watch it because she thinks it's just gory. She liked this. I mean, she's a little sourpuss. She had to cover her eyes during the traps. But even she liked this. And she kind of wants to... She willingly let me put the other movies on so she can get into the story. Because I started lore dumping on her and she was getting all intrigued. I say this is a good introduction for newbie fans who don't know anything about this, as much as it is a fun little side chapter that we never knew about for us old-time fans. Yeah, but Saw X is amazing, is fun. This movie deserves its well-earned hype. What did you think about it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comments down below. Where does this rank in your Saw film list? Do you have it high? You have it low? Somewhere in the middle? Please, I love to hear about it. And if you don't mind listening to my horrible voice or looking at this face, then please hit the like and subscribe button. I will really appreciate it. And if you want to see more of me, click the link down below and check out my Twitch channel. We're live every month this October. Alright guys, see you later. Catch you with the next videos.